I'm about to embark on my silliest project yet. These are all my old socks that have holes in them or are basically just not wearable anymore. One of the gifts my mom always gets us for Christmas and birthdays and like special occasions are fun pairs of socks. I have a lot of them and I cherish them, honestly. Like, they're really special to me. So I've been collecting all of them for about a year now, and I want to make possibly one or two giant sock pillows. I don't really know how to describe what this is gonna be. I'm gonna patchwork these socks together and make a giant pillow in the shape of a sock. Very, very silly, but I think it'll be fun, and I think it's a good way to keep these socks kind of in my life, but also like in a different form since they are not really wearable in the same way. Yeah, I'm gonna throw all of these in the laundry because they have not been washed, and we're gonna get to cutting socks and sewing them together. We're back in the same spot. All my socks are clean, but we have encountered a sort of roadblock, if you will. I originally cleaned this, I think it was like Wednesday or maybe even Thursday. It's now Tuesday of the next week, and that's because I'm no longer certain of like how I actually want to go about this. Oh, hello baby George. I don't know if you can see him, but he's here. Because originally I said I was gonna make a pillow in the form of a sock, and I still want to make a pillow. But then I was looking, I just like was trying to work out the like how I would piece it together and like how it would look, and I was like, if I make a tube and then kind of like form the heel and all that and then stuff it, it's just gonna be like, it's gonna be round. Like, I don't know how to pattern it so it's like flatter, and I'm not really even sure I want to try to do that. Oh, no. So, and then I was looking at pictures on Pinterest and just thinking about it generally, and I was like, not to mislead you and be like, I'm not gonna make it in the form of a sock, but I'm not gonna make it in the form of a sock, and I'm sorry. Should I refilm the intro? Probably, but I'm not going to. I was looking at pictures on Pinterest. Let me show you real quick. I saw this patchwork one, which I was like, that's stunning. However, I don't know that it works because of like where I need to like mend and like where there's holes and stuff. So instead I'm thinking of doing like the knot pillows that I've seen. So it's basically you're making a long tube and then you make a knot. And I think that's like, first of all, that seems very doable, but I still think it'll be cute and I'll actually use it and wear it. Oh, he really loves wool. As you can see. Oh, okay. That's what I'm gonna do instead. I'm going to start, and also I'm like, how do I even go about like cutting this? What I'm thinking I'm gonna do is I'll cut here and then I'll cut here, and basically I'm just cutting the heel out, because that's also a lot of the part where it's like needs where there's holes. Like, that's most of where the holes are. So that's what I'm thinking I'm gonna do, but we'll see. Okay, let's get into this because you've probably been waiting now. I've been waiting. Also, it's finally kind of like gloomy and the leaves are starting to change and it's officially fall. So it just feels, I don't know, I feel like I'm like really in the mood to do some like fall projects, but I don't know what those would be. Oh, hi George. So if you have any ideas, I have some ideas obviously of like things I want to make for fall, but if you have any ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments. Okay, I really just went for that. I have to also be mindful of where the parts that I need to actually like be wary of are. The easiest way to do this is gonna be to just cut the heel and the toe off. And don't worry, I will not get rid of this. I'm probably just gonna cut it a little more and use it as stuffing. So there you go. I'm gonna lay them on the side here. Hi. Yeah, baby. Okay, you're gonna bite me. But there you go. Isn't that kind of cute? Whoop. So just gonna keep doing that for forever, I guess. We have our little king of the pile of socks here.
The right methods of taking out ravioli garlic bread can fix.
We're still on my bedroom floor. Here's the pile that I like showed you in the beginning that's all cut. And looking at this, I was like, I don't think that's gonna be enough. So I had more socks that I wasn't gonna use for this project just because I like kind of don't love the colors. As you can tell, it's a lot more neutral and drab, but I think I'm gonna have to pair it together in order to get something long enough. But yeah, as I always am, I'm a little worried that I'm not gonna have enough like fabric. I always run out of yarn. I'm constantly playing yarn chicken. I fear that I'm about to do exactly the same thing with this project. Just instead this time it's for socks. And you can't really buy, well, I guess you could buy more socks, but the whole point is that I want to reuse them. So we'll see how that goes. I've put all the heels and stuff in this bag. I don't know how you can see. My plan is to kind of just chop them up like this and then like use this in the stuffing. The one thing that started happening is that I think my fabric scissors are going blunt. Like when I cut from here, this part of the blade, it's like it really struggles. So I have to like try to like jam the fabric just like not too far because otherwise I like can't cut with them. I probably have to sharpen them, but I don't really know how to do that. Also I've had these scissors for like I've had them for a long time. We might be coming up on 6 years with these scissors, and I have like abused them. I'm not gonna lie, I've used them a lot. So it's no surprise, but still a little sad to see that they're getting used too much. And I make sure to only use them for fabric. Okay, I don't use them with like paper and stuff, but still. Anyways, I'm gonna take a break now and go eat lunch because it's like almost 2 o'clock and I got so sucked into this that I didn't stop. And then I'm gonna come back and try to start patchworking stuff together. Hopefully. We'll see. Back from my lunch. My plan, as I was eating, I was kind of thinking about how I was gonna go about this. And so I think what my plan is gonna be is all the widths of how I've cut the socks are about the same. So it's about this. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make 3 kind of long pieces, like almost columns, by just patchworking the sock like this way, if that makes sense. Patchworking them all along like the width of the sock, and then I'm gonna join them into like a tube after. And I think 3, like the width of 3 is gonna kind of be the perfect tube. I think, yeah, the 3 is about the perfect tube vibe. It's not too big, not too small. So yeah, because I have, like, admittedly the colors are very random, especially, oh, I'm losing some. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like mix and match them haphazardly and hope for the best, because otherwise I think it's gonna look like there's gonna be like very stark differences between the two. If I try to like color grade them, I don't feel like that would work. So yeah, okay, I'm not letting you over there. I'm sorry, you can't. You can't. Okay, very ugly view of my floor, but the way I'm going to do this is just by, that was way less dramatic than I thought it was gonna look. But yeah, I'm just gonna, also the lighting is horrible. I'm well aware. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to just kind of mix it like this. I don't know if this is gonna super work, but we'll see. Okay, thing is, I need to sit here. Okay, can I? Okay, sir. Okay, thank you for this really lovely view of your butt. Really love that, thanks. I have the first, like, joining of the 2x2s. I'm a little reassured. I think when it was all kind of packed down, it looked like there was not a lot of fabric, but now seeing it like this, it looks like there's a lot more. So I'm feeling good. I'm also, my back kind of hurts already, which is not a good sign, but we're gonna power through. Like, this is obviously the longest part because it's the first kind of just joining of two, so now I'm having it, basically. That's not making sense. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? But like, I'm joining half the amount now because I'm gonna be joining 2 to 2. Does that make sense? Maybe. Okay, anyways, as you maybe saw, I'm doing a zigzag stitch just because the sock is like stretchy already, and because I'm gonna be stuffing it, I want it to retain that stretch, so that's why I'm doing that. That was my decision making process for that. But yeah, I've already switched the bobbin thread like literally 3 times, so that's how much thread that took. But yeah, I'm gonna chop this all like this, and then we're gonna keep sewing. And the second batch of this is done. I do not have a lot of time before I need to leave, but I just want to go quickly through because it's not totally random the way I'm doing this. It's pretty random. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of just grabbing. The color that I guess that I'm trying to integrate, if that makes sense, is like the black. There's a lot of it and I don't want it to be too close to itself, and I also want it to make sense with the other colors because I feel like there is kind of a pastel-y kind of like color scheme, but then the black really stands out. For some reason that's the way it always feels to me. I just don't wear a lot of black. Like, I don't think I own like very much black, if any at all. So basically the way I'm going about integrating it, here, this is a really good example. These were the 2 that were originally joined, and then I joined this one because like the outline is in black. And so I feel like it doesn't look too bad. Obviously this is navy blue, but it's like the same kind of principle. Okay, see, like these 2 were joined together because again of the black here. So that's why they were joined. So that does kind of make a motif, like again, same sock that I've again joined there. And then here this sock probably got joined a lot of the black socks, which makes a bit of a repeating motif, I think, but I don't know how noticeable that's gonna be. Anyways, I've gotta go. I've been hardcore struggling to actually get this done. Let me show you where I'm at. I sewed one more round together, so everything is getting quite long. And I just need to lock in. I need to lock in so desperately. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. There's finally sun, seemingly. It's been a gloomy couple of days. And I need to get this done. It's coming along okay. I think I'm hitting that point in the project that like everyone hits where you've just got to trust the process. Because like, I don't know, part of me is like, it's kind of ugly, but I feel like that's a normal part. Everyone goes through that phase where you're like, why have I done this? Where is this going? Yeah, I need to push through, and I am lacking motivation to a degree that is really astounding, but that's okay. I'm gonna try. I have finally assembled 9 pieces, and as I mentioned earlier, I want to do 3 strips. And so I'm actually gonna assemble the final strips, and I'm actually gonna measure as well because I'm kind of worried. Not worried, I'm just like, it's getting quite long. Am I making this too long? Maybe I make it, I just don't know how long it needs to be. They're like kind of, let's be like, they're all kind of the same length so far, which is good. Don't know how I've managed to pull that off, to be honest, but we've moved locations so that I can fully extend this, and like we can see the true length of what this pillow is about to be, because I think it's going to be a lot longer than anticipated. But we'll see. Let's lay this out. Oh my god. Uh-oh. It's very long. Oh my god. It's like, I still have like quite a bit, and it's, okay, I'm gonna have to go into the bathroom. Yeah, so maybe measure stuff. You know, sometimes vibes are not enough to carry you. Okay, oh my god. We start here in the bathroom. Oh my god, just walked into the door. Okay, pause so that I can move. And then we keep going down the length of the hallway into almost the next room. It's actually crazy, like, how long this goes for. Yeah, okay, it's gonna be a very long pillow. I've sewn 2 strips together. This is what I have left on one side, like kind of the uneven side. I'm not sure. Obviously I'm gonna probably cut this off. I don't know if I'll add it back in some sort of way. We're gonna see. That took a long time though. I mean, I guess that's to be expected, but like, oh my god. Yeah, that was long. I have such terrible posture when I do this. Like, my back already is kind of starting slowly to hurt, so not a good sign. I'm like out of breath, exhausted. So the 3 strips are attached, and this is the end. So it like was pretty perfect in terms of not measuring. I'm just gonna cut off this last little bit here. This is extra. I don't know what I'll do with it. I'll figure it out. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna sew it like fully shut, basically, into a tube, and then we'll start with the stuffing. It's raining again, so sorry if you can hear that. in the back. The tube is done though. I just need to turn it inside out, which I think might take me a second. So we're gonna watch me do that now. I forgot the way that you're supposed to do this. I don't think it's the way I'm currently doing it. Let's just make that clear. How do you turn things inside out? For some reason, I feel like you start from here, from like the bit that's closed up. I think you do. So I'm gonna do that. Hi. Hi, George. Come to see. Yeah, I know, it's a bit weird. Like, what's she doing? Maybe I take my sweater off. Ugh. I feel like it's, yeah, it looks like I'm going through someone's like intestines. A sock's intestines right now. It's really lovely visual that I'm giving you. Okay, we're almost at the end here. So theoretically, I should be able to pull it out. Oh, it's gonna work. Now it's like magician hour. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry, George, I know you'd love to sit in this. I think this is definitely longer than a knot pillow, though. I can tell you that much. I wonder if I want to try, like, crochet chaining it, just to see what it would give. Because maybe I won't stuff it. No, I probably will still, but... Here's my crochet chain in the meantime. Yeah, I'm not keeping it like this because I just went through all that effort for like nothing that means, but as you saw in the last couple of clips, which were literally like 2 days ago because I have not beaten the unproductive allegations, like I'm still there. I have been tearing up a bunch of old fabric and cutting, and I was also cutting the leftover pieces of the socks. I still have more to cut. I need to get to that. But otherwise, my plan is, because why make things easy when you can just make them really difficult, is to use like this filling and then combo it with actual polyfill. I bought 2 giant bags because I didn't know how much I was actually going to need, and I knew I was going to use it for other stuff otherwise. So I'm just tearing like all my fabric scraps. I think it's the easiest way for me to use them up. It does take time, but I think it's worth it. I'm also going to tear into this pillow that I made literally like last video, because I like don't think I'll use it again, and it's just taking up space, and worst comes to worst I can just like make another one. I should also just get like a felting foam, but whatever. So I have this, so I'm gonna tear into this, and this is also filled with like fabric scraps and more stuffing. So hi, let's get to it. Let me actually get my life together a little bit. And I have a lecture to listen to and an assignment, and I'm not doing it, and I am going to. I need to. So let's get this done. This is day, I'm not even sure at this point how many of me trying to finish this project. Obviously I didn't finish it yesterday, so it's the next day. And I'm also sick now, so that's super fun. Love that. But yeah, we need to get this done, and I need to make this, I need to be over this. We have finally cut all of our fabric scraps. They're in here. I have my bag of polyfill, and the way I think I'm gonna go about this is by kind of taking a handful of this and taking a handful of the polyfill and just mixing them. I don't know how stuffing this is gonna go, because as you can see right now it's all it's like a crochet chain basically, but hold on a minute while I try to... It's really long. This is the end that I need to stuff till, and this is the opening, and then I have all of this. So yeah, I don't know how good that's gonna go. We're gonna find out. Thankfully it's stretchy, so I think that'll help my case. Apparently in this polyfill bag I have a tool that's gonna help me. Where is it? Oh. I think it's literally a chopstick, a singular chopstick. I got so excited. I guess if you were making a really small sing, this would be useful. I just don't know that this is what's gonna be useful for me. That's funny. I got kind of optimistic about this. Okay. Me and this chopstick against the world, for real. Encountering some issues, I think. We're losing it. Hi, Maggie. Okay, it's here. There's a little bit. You can kind of see it. I don't know if this was really the best way of doing that. Didn't feel like that, like it was, but okay. Yeah, needless to say, I have not used the fucking chopstick. It's not really as useful as one would hope. Total lighting change. That's because I took a literal 6-hour break because I feel so kind of terrible, but that's okay. I've finished my first bag of polyfill, and I'm now fearful that I'm actually gonna run out. My bucket is looking really empty, more than halfway empty. The pillow is not even halfway stuffed, and it's getting really long, which I really did not need to add these bits like this. I really could have just done it with the socks I had, but that's what you get when you don't measure anything. And yeah, we're really low. Yeah, I feel like we're hitting that, well, we've been hitting that point, but I'm not feeling confident in this at all, but hopefully we'll pull through. I believe, I guess. Okay, here is where we are at right now, and I have in fact finished my second bag of fiberfill. So I have all of this left, which low-key, I think I might need 2 more, which sounds crazy. I've also ran out of scraps. So yeah, something's happening. Also, where am I gonna put this? I was not expecting it to be this big. It's huge. Where's this gonna go in my room? Ah. I have 2 more bags. I feel like I'm like buffering. I have 2 more bags. Let's finish this off because ooh, this project needs to be done. Desperately so. All done. Only took like a million years. Like, I feel like this project genuinely took a really long time. I don't know why. I don't think it had to. I mean, it ended up being a lot longer. And then also, I used all 4 bags of polyfill, which is crazy because there was also like what I would say the equivalent of like another whole bag of just like scraps. So that's a lot that had to stuff this. But it's done now. I'm super glad to like number 1 not have these socks here, and then also number 2 get rid of all these scraps, so that's lovely. Definitely deviated from our original plan. Measure your fabric, I don't know. Probably didn't need to add as much socks as I did, and it would have been a lot smaller and probably would have been able to just be that knot pillow. I think I could have gotten that knot pillow just with that original stack of socks, genuinely, but it's okay. It's taken on a crochet chain form, which I think is cute. I like the colors. Not my favorite, like especially the darker ones. I feel like I was going more like pastel energy, and then like this has kind of upset that, but we're just gonna accept and move on. It's huge, and I definitely spent more on polyfill than I was planning on, but that's okay. And it also just took way longer than I was anticipating. I feel like I got sick. I'm still a little sick. You know, stuff happens. But I'm happy in the end with this, and I don't know, it was a good project to use. Oh my god, some scraps, a weird kind of, there's so many mosquitoes. I'm being tortured. Oh, not the AC unit. Okay, this video needs to end. Thank you for watching and suffering through this with me. I'll see you hopefully soon.